November marks the start of wild boar hunting season in the Ozark National Forest, one of the most renowned hunting destinations in the U.S. For passionate hunters like us, missing out on this promised land simply isn't an option. The wild boars here not only bring an adrenaline rush, but also offer a true test of one's hunting skills. So now, come along with us and dive into this challenging and thrilling journey. In the quiet heart of the forest, we lay hidden in a perfectly camouflaged position. Nearly half an hour passed in complete silence when suddenly, both my hunting partner and I heard heavy footsteps approaching. Out here in the wilderness, there was no doubt it had to be wild boars. We both instantly shifted to high alert. I raised my rifle, ready to face the beast. There it is. I aligned my scope with the target's movement and pulled the trigger. The boar was caught completely off guard. It had no chance to react or defend itself. A single, well-placed shot took it down instantly. Not resting after our first success, we silently pushed deeper into the forest, pursuing a wild boar that had narrowly escaped. As we moved forward, our eyes constantly scanned for any signs of movement. There, over there. I swiftly moved into position and aimed at the fleeing animal. It bolted through the brush like lightning, but not fast enough. One bullet found its mark, and the boar visibly slowed. From other ambush points nearby, gunshots echoed in succession. With the destruction these beasts cause, there's no room for mercy. Every boar we encounter is a target. As we moved up the nearby mountain, we suddenly caught a familiar scent, pungent, metallic, unmistakable. Wild boars were close. In the distance, a small black dot sprinted across the terrain. I gave chase, determined not to let it escape. Several shots rang out, but the boar kept charging forward. I pushed myself to run faster and took one final decisive shot. At last, the wild boar collapsed, just as I'd hoped. Elsewhere in the forest, my teammates also spotted new targets. One of them was a glossy black boar darting like a shadow through the woods. Gunfire erupted instantly. Within mere seconds, the dark figure was lying motionless on the ground. "15 minutes later, the forest returned to its natural calm. With no signs of prey, we remained patient in our ambush. Suddenly, a wild boar burst out from the underbrush, charging straight toward our hiding spot. There was no time to hesitate. We raised our rifles and fired, stopping it before it could even think of escaping. The critical shot brought the boar down right in front of me. Determined to track and bring down any boar that entered our sights, our team kept sweeping the area. Out of nowhere, a whole herd of wild boars charged out without warning. I immediately aimed at them, but in the heat of the moment, my hurried shot missed the mark. I realized I should have been better prepared for such a sudden encounter. I am an amateur hunter from Lyon, and have always wanted to set foot in the Boars forest, a place with a long tradition of hunting. But for more than a decade, wild boar hunting has been considered controlled, and farmers in the area have been suffering from the presence of wild boar herds. A terrifying invasive species throughout the Americas, it is now rampant in Europe. Early in the morning, the weak sunlight penetrated through the dense foliage of the Boars forest, creating a dim and quiet scene. I stood silently at the assigned position, listening to the slightest sound from the deep forest. Suddenly, the sound of rustling leaves and the sound of running feet rang out. It was a wild boar charging towards me. I raised my gun, eyes on the prey. When it appeared clearly in my sights, I held my breath, aimed carefully, and pulled the trigger. The gunshot rang out, the boar was hit and fell. Wow, this boar is pretty big, man. Don't let it get away. We were all happy and excited. Perhaps this land was rarely used by hunters, so the wild boars had become fearless. Taking advantage of this opportunity, we began to hunt more vigorously. Our target was to hunt in the lowlands. We quickly found a herd of wild boars. Without flinching, I aimed and shot one immediately. To hunt wild boar, you must be patient and wait. Aim accurately to destroy the prey as quickly as possible. Another wild boar appeared in sight. An explosion echoed throughout the forest. The wild boar tried to escape, but my friend fired another shot, officially killing a wild boar. Remember, the wild forest is the home of wild boars, so we always keep a safe distance to take them down. Don't get too close to them, because we never know what bad things might happen. Do you know how to kill a wild boar with just one shot? Aim well for their head or lungs. The wild boar will fall instantly. However, if you shoot while the wild boar is running, it is very difficult to aim accurately. At these times, we have to shoot many times to kill the wild boar. Wild boars usually move in herds, so when shooting, we will choose the largest size boar. Wow, a huge herd of wild boars. I can't imagine what would happen if they entered the farm. Without hesitation, I opened fire in succession, hoping to kill as many wild boars as possible. Not every shot is accurate, like this wild boar that was lucky to escape my bullet. Next time we definitely won't miss it. There is no denying that the forest in Boars is vast. Due to the diverse terrain and ecosystem, wild boar reproduce and grow very quickly. Almost every section we encountered a different group of wild boar. Seeing the silhouette of the wild boar from afar, I adjusted my scope and shot it down decisively. The shot knocked it down instantly. With such a large number of wild boars, we could take down dozens of wild boars on each hunting trip. While moving to the gathering place, we encountered a herd of wild boars moving on the road. Without hesitation, I aimed and shot a few. Finally, we gathered our hunted trophies and moved to the staging area. Most of us were happy and excited because the hunt was very productive.